Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, AB, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a very simple everyday look that you'll be able to achieve in about 10 minutes top. A lot of people have asked me to do this look, and it's super simple. You just throw bronzer in the crease. The most simple eye look that you can possibly ever do. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on into the video. Alright, so first, please ignore what is going on with my face. I have no idea what has triggered it. I'm going to the dermatologist this next week and we'll figure out what its problem is. To start out with today, I'm going to go in with the Becca First Light Priming Filter Primer. You can get this at Ulta, and it's just a really nice primer for like illumination and things like that. So I'm going to put that on my face. You see how it just gives like a nice glow to the skin? It's really nice. All right, then for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Dermablend Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigment, and this is in the shade 40N. A lot of people don't know about this foundation because it's not one that you can really get at Sephora or Ulta or anywhere else. You have to go on their website to get it. But I discovered this off of Nicole Concilio's channel, and when she used it, I was like, I'm gonna have to go get that one. So I'm gonna put a few drops on my hand and then dot it all over my face. All right, and to blend that out, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M4 39 brush. This is a really nice thick kabuki brush. This is Jaclyn Hill's favorite foundation brush. It is so soft. It's very well worth it. Typically, I would use a beauty blender. Since this foundation is pretty liquidy, I use a brush with this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the brows, and I'm just gonna brush them out with this Aesthetica brush. I don't know which one it is. It's just a little eyebrow brush. And just brush them upwards. Since we're doing like an easy look today, I'm not gonna be really filling them in. I'm gonna be going in with the Catrice Cosmetics Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. This is a really nice technique to do if you really don't have time to like shape your brows, but you wanna give them like some sort of color and definition and fill them in just really sparsely. So this is what I like to use. Then for concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Honey. This is exclusive to Ulta, so you cannot get this at Sephora. It is probably the most popular concealer on the market. If you like full coverage, it's just holy grail. It's holy grail. Bless almighty. Looks like a rainbow. Do you see how it goes? Ooh, it's like a little rainbow. But like, no one wants to look at you, so we're gonna cover you up. And I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. Now this is the one that is about $20, which is kind of crazy for a sponge if you ask me, but I will say that it has the perfect amount of squishiness without being too squishy where it will soak up all the product. I do prefer my Morphe one over this one. It is a little more softer than the Morphe one, but just price wise, I prefer the Morphe one. Now if you're gonna do a lighter concealer under your eyes, I would recommend putting a little bit on your forehead and down this T-zone area, because that's really just gonna balance everything out and it's not just gonna make you look like you have white under eyes. So now to set my under eye area and my eyelids, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is the old packaging. I got this from Marshalls. Whenever they were rechanging and redoing the packaging, Marshalls got this packaging. And I'm gonna set it with my beauty blender, and I'm gonna go in with this really light shade right here. This is the shade Levitation. Just stick it right in there. And doing this with the beauty blender really helps the powder to sink into the skin more than if you would go in with a brush, and that would just look like it's, you know, more sitting on the skin. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. I used this in one of my past videos. And I'm going to take my Morphe Y2 brush, swirl it around in the cap, and pounce it into the skin. After this, I'm going to Ulta to pick up something that's on their 21 Days of Beauty. If you guys do not know about that, Ulta has this sale where it's 21 days of 50% off of like some high-end products, and it's a really good deal, I will say that. So if you didn't know about that, go on their website. You can get things for 50% off, and sometimes the coupon code, which is like $3.50 off a $15 purchase, will work for some of those items, so check on that too. But definitely go check it out if you want to save a penny. All right, now to contour a little bit, I'm going to go back in with that Kat Von D palette, and I'm going to go in with these middle shade right here. This is in the shade Shadow Play. I'm going to do this with my Morphe R14 brush. Now this contour is very pigmented, so if you do end up buying this, go in with a very light hand and tap it off because it's super pigmented. Then I'm going to contour my nose a little bit with the Luxie 213 T brush, just a little fluffier flat brush. Just follow right along that nose and go up into the eye. Then I'm going to blend my contour out with the LeBlanc 1205 brush. It's the one that I always use. It's a stippling brush. Any stippling brush will do the job. Alright, and then to bronze the face, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. This is also the old packaging that I got from Marshalls. They have really pretty new packaging now, but this was cheaper, so. All right, and then since this is more of a natural everyday look, I'm only gonna go in with eyeshadow with the bronzer in my crease. And this just gives some definition to your eyes, and it makes you look like you're more put together, you know. So go in with a little bit of that with my Morphe Y16 brush. And I'm just gonna put it right in the crease. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes before I go in with mascara, and this is just like a necessity step that I have to do because it really just helps lift them. And since I do sometimes wear false lashes, they can tend to be more pushed down, so this will help lift them up before we just go in with some mascara. And as usual, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I use the shade Black. Now you can definitely throw on some liner on the top lid and then go in with it if you like to use liner on the top lid and not just go in with nothing. But for me, I do like the look of just mascara and no liner, so it's really just your preference. And then before I go in with bottom lash mascara, I like to put a little bit of some white liner on my waterline. This will just help your eyes look like you're more alive, that you're more awake. This is a trick that I learned from some beauty YouTubers. And this is the Morphe Color Pencil in the shade Coconut. So I'm gonna do, you see it? Just follow right along that inner waterline. So this is not underneath your lashes. This is inside of your eye. So now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Total Temptation Waterproof Mascara on my bottom lashes. And then for blush, I'm going to go in with the Essence Satin Touch Blush in the shade Satin Coral. This is a really nice blush. It's like more of a peachy tone, so like if I do a natural look like this, this just brings a little bit of color to your face. So I'm going to go in with my Luxie 514 brush. Go in with that. Just brush it along the cheekbones. For highlight, I'm going to use the Morphe High Impact Highlighter in the shade Spark. I got this past weekend when I went to Houston for the Ole Miss game, and I visited my sister. We went to the Houston Galleria and went to the new Morphe store that opened up there, and I just, you know, had a good old time. So to do this, I'm going to go in with the Morphe X Bretman fan brush. When you want your highlight to be as like precise and kind of like just with this natural look kind of all over this cheek area, you can go in with a fan brush like this, and this just helps it to not look so precise with where you're putting it. See how pretty that is? Ooh, pretty. Spark is a more like champagne shade, which is what I prefer on my skin tone, and especially if I'm doing like more natural looks like this, I want to use like a more champagne or bronzy shade. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of that highlight on a Morphe M213 brush and pop a little bit of that in my inner corner of my eye. Now to set my face, I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, my fave. And then for lips, I'm going to use a very neutral, kind of more of a brownish toned liquid lip, and this is from Bare Minerals, and this is in the shade XYZ Matte. Don't really think that's a shade, but whatever. And this formula is really cool. It's like more of a moussey formula, whereas most liquid lipsticks are more liquidy and harder to work with. This is a little more thicker, a little more moussier, and I actually prefer that, but it will not set down where it won't like transfer. It will probably transfer, but I don't really care about that. Alright guys, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a very simple look that you can do in probably 10 minutes tops. And I pretty much do this look every day for class, except sometimes I don't even do really this bold of a lip. But I figured this lip is really nice on any skin tone really. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Leave some comments down below of what videos you want me to do next. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day and a great rest of the week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.